Hello, Mithril here once again, getting back to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. At long last, it's time for the final boss. We're off to Ripto's arena. So, let's go for it. And there's Ripto himself.
Hey, Shorty. Maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still. I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate!
Standing still doesn't really seem like the best idea here. Pardon the quick interruption, but there's actually a missing scene here, and I didn't realize it until I was reviewing this footage. There's supposed to be a conversation here where Zoe tells you what's going on during this fight. For some reason, though, it didn't happen on my main file, and I don't know why. I got it to occur on one of my backup files, though, so here it is.
Spyro, we want to help you fight Ripto. Elora is using the orbs you collected to store power-up energy. Hunter will throw the powered-up orbs to you as they become ready. Even as we speak, the professor is experimenting with new forms of power-up energy, so you'll soon have abilities that no one has ever seen before.
And so here we go. Like the other boss fights, Ripto won't actually start moving until you do. Hunter, however, he will stay active and start dropping orbs. So for this fight, you're basically racing Ripto to gather 3 orbs at a time. Once you've gathered 3 orbs, you get a superpower. And that's what you use to attack. Ripto, however, can use powers as well. If you get the red power, you get Super Flame. It can be hard to hit with. If Ripto gets the red power, he just fires 3 shockwaves forward. It's probably his easiest attack to dodge. If you get green power, that's probably my favorite. You get a lob shot that explodes on contact. It can be good for layering attacks. Also, as you might have noticed, I did have 2 blue orbs, but it still gave me the green power. It always matches whatever the final color is you pick up. That was Ripto's green power. If you get to the outer edge of the arena and just move slowly, it's pretty easy to dodge. It looks more frightening than it really is. Whenever you get a superpower in this phase, Ripto won't try and counterattack, he'll just run away. So it can make hitting him a bit harder. Yeah, you're a bit too close to that one. Yeah, complete miss. The problem with the Super Flame power is it's a very small range of attack. I mean, it goes all the way across the arena, of course. It's just a matter of actually hitting with it, because Ripto is a pretty small target, and the Super Flame attack is relatively small itself. So you have to be kind of close to get that one to work. So for Phase 2, Ripto summons a Mechanical Gulp. He also gets new powers based on the orbs he picks up. For this phase, you can no longer stun him with just normal charges or flame breath. The vantage point he has even makes just his default fireballs a bit harder to dodge. Also notable, in this phase, even if you get a power-up, Ripto will try and counterattack you. Kinda surprised he didn't just go for the orb there. The saving grace is he is a lot slower and a much bigger target. He's a lot more focused on going after me rather than the orbs this time. So yeah, that's what I mean about being able to get a lot of counterattacks quickly. Okay, the blue power gives you supercharge. It's not exactly the most useful power, but it still has its moments. Okay, Phase 2 Ripto power for blue, Energy Rain. Just kind of watch where the shadows are to know where his attacks are going to land. It's not the worst thing he can do. Okay, got the green power up again. Oh, we're getting close. Phase 2 is probably the hardest phase of the fight, for me anyway. Okay, Phase 2 green power, laser vision. He sweeps the laser back and forth a few times, but overall it's pretty easy to dodge. And we got supercharge again. And there we go, Phase 2 complete. Now comes Phase 3, and the rules are changed completely. Ripto gets a golden orb, which gives him a mechanical pterodactyl to fly around on. Spyro, meanwhile, gets the combination power-up from Metropolis, Flight plus Super Flame. It's dogfight time. While riding the pterodactyl, he can send out slightly homing bursts of green magic. So basically, layer on the shots and then kind of dive down so he doesn't hit you. Overall, this phase isn't too terribly difficult, though it can feel kind of tedious. And just be careful that you don't dive right into the lava. If you can, try and lead your shots to where Ripto's going to be rather than where he is. The main thing just tends to be kind of tracking down where he's going. He zooms across the arena so quickly, and toward the end of the fight, he'll start going outside of the arena. It makes it a little trickier to track him down sometimes. But there we go, and we got the skill point sound. Final skill point get, and Ripto is defeated. That didn't go too bad.
I don't think we can ever thank you enough, Spyro. I suppose you have to go now?
Yeah, I'd better. They'll be missing me in the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
I most certainly do not.
Hunter? Spyro, Moneybags is very sorry that he made you pay so much on your way through Avalar. We want you to keep the gems as a reward for helping us.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab them? Let me just type in the new coordinates, and there! Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores. Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back to Avalar from Dragon Shores if you want to visit.
Well, okay. Come on, Sparks. We've got a lot of vacation to catch up on.
And so with that, end credits time. So we're not quite done with the game yet, there are some extras to show. Also, for those wondering, once we get things settled here, I am going to try and go back into the Ripto fight just to show the various attacks that did not show up. Like, I don't think we got to see Phase 1 Ripto's blue attack, or Phase 2 Ripto's red attack, so I'm gonna try and get him to show those off. Also, we do have a slight bit of post-game to look at, so we'll be getting to that in the next videos. So yeah, Spyro 2, overall, I do classify this one as probably my favorite in the original trilogy. I just really like the different worlds, the different characters and everything. And yes, for those wondering, we are now credited as having all of the gems, including the ones that we paid to Moneybags. And that is why Hunter is a good and wonderful friend. So, yeah, this project, it did take a bit longer than I really expected it to, but part of that is purely on me, just for wanting to keep the no damage streak alive as long as I could, and, well, I guess I kept it going for the entire game. I mean, some of that was necessary for collecting the skill points, at least against the bosses, so it was one of those, it's the same kind of problem that occurs like when I do Mega Man Perfect runs, is that I can't guarantee how long it's going to take me to get through a stage. And that is kind of what happened here. But still, I really enjoyed doing this project, I really enjoyed playing this game, and it does feel good to have completed it, and on my own terms. I do want to go ahead and thank Neo here, though, as well, for the intro and outro title cards. I really love the work he does for me, it adds a lot of life to the different projects I do, so I really appreciate that. So, thank you very much for that, Neo. Also, thank you very much to all my viewers and fans for supporting me and enjoying this project. It was a lot of fun to work on this. Of course, we're not quite done yet. I'm just kind of getting final thoughts together here since, well, we're doing end credits right now, and not after the extras. I at least don't think there's a secondary credit sequence like there was in the first game. Just always did love the original PS1 Spyro trilogy. I have a lot of good memories of playing those. They're just really fun. I did say at the end of the Spyro 1 LP that I might also consider doing Enter the Dragonfly, the fourth game in the series. I do actually have both the GameCube and PS2 versions of it now, so I may end up doing that one eventually. I mean, we still have Spyro 3 to go, but that is one that I am highly considering. It's very glitchy, but still pretty enjoyable overall, I would say. But that's a subject for another LP. It's a simple credit sequence, but I do really like just getting these views of going through each of the worlds you've traveled through, all these scenic views. It's just really nice. Same sort of thing I liked about the Mario Kart 64 end credits, actually. So, meanwhile at Dragon Shores, well, this is what we'll be checking out next time. For now, though, we're going to go ahead and try and look at those alternate attacks I was talking about, but that's pretty much where we're going to call it. If Ripto gets the blue power, he surrounds himself with an energy shield and just chases after you. I think it speeds him up a little bit, but overall, as long as you keep running, it's not too much of a problem. During Phase 2, if Ripto gets a red attack, he summons a strange sort of fire dragon after you. It'll explode after a certain time or colliding with another object, so just keep running, and you should be safe. There is, however, another way to deal with the red attack, and that is to try and get behind Ripto. You can actually turn the red attack against him, and as you'll notice, it actually counts as damage against him. So, that's kind of a stylish way to deal with that one. So with those attacks out of the way, that's going to call it for now, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the project so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.